Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. How are you? Sorry I lost you for a little bit. I sent you an email, I promise. I couldn't find you. Okay, so we're going to talk to Big Roy. Big Roy. And just so you know, this is not an exact science, and they talk to me, but they also show me pictures that I describe to you. They never waste a message. There's always a reason for what they show. Um, they tell us what we need to hear, not always what we want to hear. So I ask you for questions. I can't promise they'll answer, but we'll see. They usually do. He, can, he comes in with that same look like it's on the picture that you sent, kind of watching you. I'm watching you. He's calling you. He's calling you Little Pat. Little Pat. Um, Then he actually wants to pat you on top of the head, but he's showing you like much smaller. Like when you were small, did he used to pat you on top of the head? He okay. He says that you are a great dad. That you have he's saying you have that father bear. I don't think I've ever heard that term used. Father bear thing in you like he did. That I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to protect you. I'm not going to let anything happen to you. Coincidence. He's talking about a coincidence. There's no coincidence. There's something that's happened that you've seen him or heard him. It's not a coincidence. I don't know why he's calling it a coincidence, though. More than likely, because this is the way it usually works, you've seen him walk by out of the corner of your eye. You see it in your peripheral vision. It happens to people all the time, and I'm getting goosebumps now, so evidently that's it. Then when you turn to look, you don't see anything. I can see him head on, but I still see it that way too, where you saw him walk by. So then you thought it was a coincidence. It was your imagination. So it must have happened at a certain time because he keeps saying coincidence. So it must have been in like a special event or something was going on at that time. He says, okay, he's tapping you on the head. He's going like this. So it probably, not always, but probably will not feel like as hard as I'm doing it to myself, which kind of hurts. You'll feel this little thump. He's trying to get your attention and say, hey, I'm here. He says you are doubting yourself a lot as a father. Be a better father than I was. Spend more time with them than I spent with you. He's showing that you like to tinker with vehicles like he used to, that you know how to work on them, that you know how to get under the hood and fix things. You're not afraid to get your hands dirty. He said that's in our blood. He said, I wish. He's kind of putting his head down. I wish I had told you while I was here how proud I am of you. He says you're a lot like him. You're a whole lot like him. So he must have spent, at least when, because he showed you when you were younger. So you must have spent a lot of time with him when you were younger. So it almost feels like a father connection, because sometimes your grandfather can feel more like your father than, and I'm not taking anything away from your father by that. It's just a closer relationship than most. Okay, he's not giving me a clear indication why he's showing this, but he's showing the blinds in your house. Do the blinds in your house, like, maybe open a little bit, shut a little bit, go up, go down, get crooked? Something about the blinds, and also something about you pulling them apart and looking outside. Like, you think you hear his truck pull up, and you open the blinds and look, hoping that he's going to show up. He says, I'm already there. You're also going to get, as far as a sign, you're going to get the smell of a cigarette type smoke. And you can get that in the store, in your vehicle, outside, in your house, doesn't matter. When you get that, or you get the tapping on the head, acknowledge him, validate him, tell him you love him. I promise you 1,000% he can hear you. And asking for more signs, and I promise you will get some. Because he is hanging around. Okay, he's mentioning a Charlie. I tell everybody I stink at names. I used to get them exact. I don't anymore. So it's at least a male with a C or a CH name that he's acknowledging. He's not saying why. Give those kids more hugs. Give them more hugs. Don't. Okay, he's talking like he was maybe too macho. He didn't feel like he maybe he did, but he didn't feel like he gave enough hugs, because it's a manly thing. It's a, one of those kind of things. He says, let your guard down. Do it. Make sure you do it. He says he wants you to be more vulnerable. Let your guard down. Let the love out. Let it float out. He says you're afraid of being hurt. He says, but you also keep, when you're afraid to let it out, you also keep more from coming in. It's like a wall. Now he's back to showing. He's back to showing a vehicle with the hood up again. It's their show. I let them show whatever they feel like they need to. It looks like an older. Can't get a good enough look at it. Older truck. 60s maybe, could be 70s, could be older. I can't see it. I can't see enough of it. Hood's up. I don't know if it's him or you under the hood, because all I see is a man, and he's bent over from the backside. So maybe this vehicle will sound familiar. It looks kind of light blue. Could be light green. Like I said, it's a little dim. You need to Looks like the cab might have a white top. It looks like the top's a different color. So there could be a reason that he's showing this vehicle again. He says you're not afraid to get your boots muddy. Be proud of everything you do. And he's kind of puffing his chest up. Some people won't think it's good enough, but it's what you do. Be proud of it. Be proud of it. Don't let other people's judgment make you feel less than. So what if you don't have $1 million house? We didn't need it. We don't need it. We have plenty of love to go around, and that's all that matters. And he's kind of like, all that matters. He says, that's your one job, is to let the love out. He says, I love you, little, I think he said little squirt. Squirt. He's, he says you were kind of a little gnat around my legs when you were real little. It's always scurrying around and touching my leg and grabbing my leg. He said he would just look down at you and smile. He goes in to check. I don't know how many kids you have. I don't creep anybody's Facebook page ahead of time because it messes up my little pea brain. Do you have, well, it looks like a young boy. All right, show me. This one has seen him. I'm not sure if he's fully aware of who he sees, but he knows that he sees him. Little kids, I promise you, and animals can see them, hear them. He says, I pat him on the head too. Corn, he's showing me corn on the cob, like an ear of corn right out of the field or garden, whichever. Can't tell if it's field corn or sweet corn. Like I said, there's always a reason for what they show. Don't always explain. He says to be present in this moment, not the crap behind you. Don't live in the past. Be present in this moment. Call on me. I will be there to help you. I promise you, you have to ask them. You have free will choice. They cannot override your free will choice. Ask them and then allow them. If there's something that he was good at, that he could help you with, ask him. And then be ready for the things that open up and stop people, or you'd be surprised at the things that just plop in front of you that you would have never expected, that they can help nudge into your life. Do not be afraid to talk to him. He can hear you. Do not be afraid to ask. No, he says you're gonna he says you're gonna think I'm crazy. You're gonna think I'm crazy. Just try it. I promise you it works. He's waving. He says, I do love you, and I am around. He says that you felt his presence, but you have poo-pooed it. You know how you feel somebody staring at you from across the room? Maybe behind you, and you feel somebody, you can feel that. You've felt him. You felt something around you, and you didn't know what it was. It's him. He says, I am your big guardian. Now allow me to help you. Okay, with that, he's leaving. Um, didn't They usually don't give a lot of validations. I usually ask for at least one or two things that you know absolutely for sure that it's him talking. Don't be afraid to talk to him. Just talk to him. And you don't have to say it out loud. He can hear you, even in your thoughts. As long as you're talking to him, he can hear you. I promise. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator. Much love to you. Thank you.